Hi everybody, welcome back to G. Parker Artworks and Creations. Happy you could join me today. I thought I was done doing winter thingies, but today we actually have a winter storm. I'm so excited. So I was like, you know what? I just have to do another winter scene. And I had this one that I did in December that I had seen a tutorial for, and I just loved how it turned out, and actually sold it. So I was like, you know what? I was rather attached to that piece, so I am going to endeavor to make a similar. They never turn out the same. But maybe it'll be something similar enough that. But it's a snowy scene, and it's a lot of wet on wet. So I got to get my paper wet here, and it's going to be a lot of greens and browns, Payne's gray. It's kind of a, like I said, a wintry scene. And actually do a little bit of blue in this. I thought it was just Payne's gray, but working with it, it seems to have a little bit more of a tint to it. Which Payne's gray actually kind of has a tint to it sometimes, but I want this to have a little bit of a blue. Starting out using my dagger brush, I don't think I'm going to stay with it because it's giving it a line that I don't want. So I'm going to go back to for this background wash anyway, the trees I might want the dagger brush, but for this I'm kind of wanting the softer edge than it was giving me. Okay, now I'm going to be adding some more down here. And we're going to do some of that thicker. If you've watched my channel, there's a couple of these that I've done that have the darker wash, and it bleeds into the other, which is nice. I don't have it as wet as I'd hoped, so I'm going to have to get it wetter. Because it did not do the bleed like I wanted it to. Tell it's been a little bit since I've done these because I've been sick, just not fun. Stupid cold. And I've been doing some little paintings, but I'm going to do a little green in here too. The other painting I did had a lighter green, and I decided I want to do a little bit of a darker one, this one. And that went too far. Went too far. Dang it. See how a wash can get away from you there? It gets away. I have to try and smooth that over. And if we tilt it this way, we'll be able to keep it from doing that as much. Okay. And back over here. Now we're going to add some brown in here. Pardon me. Like I said, I still have this stupid cold that I'm working on. Anyway, so we're going to work on this lower. And see if we can't get it to blend a little bit. And not paint's gray in it. Do a little bit of water up here. It didn't quite go the way I wanted it to. And you can see how with watercolor you create snow out of nothing, which is kind of cool. Dark there. We need to put some more over here. Take some of that and put it over here. That makes it work. Okay, now it's bleeding a little bit better. because we want these shadowy trees over here. It's a misty thing, and we want it to be misty back in there. And a little bit of water up there, so it kind of does that. Okay. Well, yeah. You're learning from me some of the things not to do. So if that helps you, then good. I tell you. Now we're going to do some of the browns. Need to check I don't want it too heavy. And I'm going to add a little bit more water in here. And a little bit of green. And the burnt umber. And I'm actually using a little bit of burnt sienna in here too. I like that. It has a little bit of a red in it, and it's not just I mean, it's a great brown, but it actually has a little bit of red in there. And the green I'm using is actually one that I ordered special. It's green umber. So it's kind of a darker, it's a richer green, and it's kind of cool. I like the different color it brings out. And it kind of, I'm going to use a little bit of green, a lighter green in here though too. Just kind of give it a mix. Pardon me. And then we're going to do some more of the brown down here. And you'll notice that the paper gives you kind of a texture all on its own, which is pretty cool. Kind of makes it work that way. Okay, I'm going to go back into this upper part. It still needs some dark, a little bit darker in here. With the Payne's gray. Okay. And then I'm going to do a little bit darker patch of burnt umber. I'm going to kind of do a little bit of overlapping which is something that's kind of cool in watercolor as well. Yeah, depth, and it's just brings the paintings alive. It's kind of cool. Here's some more of the green umber. A little bit up here. here in this tree that kind of got washed out because I put too much. Oh goodness, that's a little heavy. I think we'll do a couple of other so it doesn't stand out as a single huge pine tree by itself. We'll do some others. And it kind of blends in a little bit. It's funny because the green umber is such a darker, and it bleeds so fast. The Payne's Gray, which is the same company I bought both of them from, it's thick, but it doesn't quite react the same as the green umber does. It's interesting. I think that's a little too much there. I'm gonna try and absorb some of that with the brush. Okay, and we're gonna let this dry for a minute.